But I have news about the weekend after this one that is gonna be coming up. Because I might not stream Yumiya, I might not stream at all. Reason for that is that there is an event about an hour away from me called Nercon. Oh, this game is Process of Elimination. It is a visual novel game where we are detectives trying to figure out who the Duke is, and apparently some of us detectives are psychopaths. Hold on, I'm just gonna go get something. One of them apparently managed to, by seeing her friend die, realize that, ooh, this is actually kind of fun, because apparently her life has been dull. Started streaming about a month ago, and you have only gotten to stream it twice. Yeah, the problem is it's basically a weekend game, and because of that, it's like that. I might just change it so I instead stream on Sunday or something similar. Oh no, wait, I have D&D on Sunday. Fuck. That does not work. I like to play Yumiya. It's just that I found this event and I was like, that could be fun to go to. But yeah, and the next one we managed to figure out that has killed someone isn't a bad person, he says, but he used to be a bad person. He just doesn't want to remember it. Also, I have no idea what it's called, why it's called Nercon. Because Ner more or less means when. Or if you take an A after that, or well, give an A after that, Nera means close. Basically, Nercon is a board game and cosplay event. And I'm kinda interested to go to that. And the second reason as well, especially now after chatting with some of my friends, is that a friend of mine is probably by high chance gonna be there. I knew a bit they were gonna do cosplaying, and they did say they were gonna try and cosplay at that time, but I did not fucking realize how good they are at cosplaying. Because they just did it while I was working, because I was chatting while it was pause. Yeah, it's alright to be honest. It's just funny how it happened. Yeah, it really is, but it's kind of understandable because it's a weekend game. But basically, they started chatting while I was at work, because I just chatted while it was at break. And basically, they just talked about Monster Hunter cosplay, and was how difficult that is. That is shit complicated. Then they basically sent 2 images, and I thought it was an example images of how it could look. No, apparently those images is actually my friend's own cosplay. And I'm not joking, when I realized that, I was shocked with how goddamn good that looked. Also, for those who didn't know, Renegade has lost an arm here. He doesn't have an arm. It wasn't like I wasn't shocked that, oh, he was the one who made it. It was just that, for me, it was just a reference picture. It was oh yeah, someone who does this. But I didn't know how good he was at it. How good they was. To be honest, how people want to be pronounced, I'm really bad at that. But I'm gonna say they. So I'm not gonna lie, I was just checking that, and it's when I started reading more on the break, I was wait, hold on, that's actually you in the image. So I just got the answer, yes. I was damn. And for those who doesn't know what happened to Renegade's arm, he took a knife for Teki. I know cosplayers go crazy. And I know some of them are basically, they have clothing and they have hair, and that's that. But this, as I said, was Monster Hunter armor. This looked like Monster Hunter armor. It looked freaking goddamn good. I'm not gonna lie, if I could, or if I had the time, because right now it's gonna be in 2 weeks, and I feel I don't have enough resources and I don't have enough time to do this, I would either cosplay as myself, as you can see here, just because for fun, or I would either go Dante or Virgil. I'm not joking, I actually had a thought of doing that, to be honest. But still, the timing and the resources. Like, monetarily, not so problematic right now. It's just like I have no tools. I have no, like, cloth or anything. I don't have anything to use. And if I need something that is like metal, or like something that's gonna look like metal or things like that, I don't have my 3D printer here. Which means that I'm gonna have to go home, work with that there, fix stuff up, come back here, work, and then go back, like go to the event. And I just feel like it's really, really too much, basically. If I had known of this earlier, and basically went, yes, I'm gonna do this, then I could have planned more. But no, unfortunately, I have already planned my celebration stuff, so that's enough celebration. That's enough planning for me. What's wrong with me? It shouldn't be very dangerous at all. The denouement hasn't shown me anyone dying either. So what does my chest feel like it's about to burst? Also, yeah, for those that doesn't know the game as well, we're called incompetent because as we are detectives, we are new to the Detective Alliance. Which means we are rank 100 out of, well, 100. Armor clasps my shoulders and unwavering confidence in his voice. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, when he said it. Like, what happened with our future vision? Also, I'm kind of high up. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna move myself a bit down because I feel like I'm blocking chat way too much. There we go. No sooner do I say this than everyone quickly finishing preparing to move out. Detectives roll out. We use the mechanism to open the hidden passageway and proceed in a huddled mass. Armor and Dolph will take point as always, fair enough. Techie, Bookworm and Renegade Detective walk in the middle. Finally, Posh, Gorman and I bring up the rear. Fair enough, because that's basically how it works. The two in the front are basically the ones that are strongest or sharpest. And when I say sharpest, I don't mean like being dangerous. Basically, the guy without armor is capable of sensing danger. Everyone in the middle is either hurt, too young, or, well, it doesn't really have the capability of fighting. And then we have us, which is capable of fighting, but doesn't really have the in front taking cover kind of thing. Or giving cover, basically. Teki operates the drone from his D-pad at the center of the group, scanning for the red SPX location. We process inch by inch under his command.
また進行方向を変えました。皆さん、逆側に進みましょう。
もてあそばれている気分です。と、少女は苛立ち気味に言った。
パターンを読まれないように性格の悪いプログラミングがされているんだろうね。
But I don't think I finished the talk at least of what happened with Renegade's arm, but he took a knife for Teki. The reason for that is that Renegade here has killed people. He has no problem killing people. But there has to be a reason for killing people. That's basically why he took a knife for Teki, because he didn't like the idea of a soulless, fucked up machine taking someone's life. There is an extreme weird logic with the guy. Like, I do not like him. He is a ticking bomb that ends up going from 1 second to 20 seconds again, just because the shit of it. And then jump back again just to see if anyone shits themselves. So I don't like him. But the way he speaks about life and death, he cares about life. And in a sense that he's willing to kill if there is a reason and there is like, oh, yeah, like, I'm not just gonna kill for the sake of seeing how many I can kill, but it's like, yeah, they die because of a reason. It's like, it's such a weird ass thing. Like, they talked about before, like, how he was in a hospital or mental hospital or something, how he killed 3 people, they say. But he basically corrected him and said, no, it was 2, I only broke one guy's nose. Which means that he could probably have killed him, but there was no reason for it, I guess. I have no idea how it works and I don't really care. He's... Basically, he had gotten someone killed here. And his defense to that is that he didn't intend to, because it happened because of their choice. Because one of the detectives here, who killed another one of the detectives, wanted to kill Renegade because it was basically a goal of theirs. So Renegade decided to change place with Dolfol, which is capable of sensing danger. But apparently Rowdy decided, no, stop bullying Dolfol, I'll take your room. And died because they tried to kill Renegade. He's not really sad about it, he's not angry about it, he basically said, oh, she died because she died. Basically, I did not plan shit like this. As I said, he has a very shrewd way of doing things, but there's sometimes a fucking logic to it and I hate it. Renegade Detective Stump arm bumps into the wall. He quickly catches himself with his other hand. His mild reaction makes me nearly doubt he lost a limb. But then I spy a streak of blood against the wall. It really was chopped off, no doubt about it. Yeah, well, I don't know, it is missing at least like, what is it? My arm is like 30 centimeters or something? I don't know.
大丈夫。平気そうな顔をしてるけど、痛いんでしょ。
俺のことまで心配してくれるなんて優しいな。痛みには慣れていてね。もし炎で身を焼かれても、俺は悲鳴一つ上げずに絶命する自信があるよ。
I don't like him.
縁起でもないことを言わないでくれよ。
Give him the bad luck. I don't like, as long as anyone else here survives, I don't really care about this guy. Like, I'm not really the person that wants people to disappear from in-game stuff. But for example, Digimon Survive, we had one that basically just hated its Digimon over and over again and was just abusive.
Hello there.
Hello Maestro, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good day today. But yeah, Digimon Survive, we had 2 people there, it was so annoying, I didn't give a damn about them. This guy is annoying in another way. But I still don't like him. But how are you doing, Maestro? I hope you all are doing well today. Honestly, that's fair. As a detective who comes across killer and death all the time, I just go with the cause of justifying the means. Most of the times criminals need to face justice and get arrested, but sometimes there are just some people that should be there. Fair enough. A bit stressed, but not that bad. Sorry to hear that. I hope you can get less stress soon. Wait, hold on, I'm trying to like find something here because apparently my other thing disappeared. There we go. There you go, have a heart. We have a new heart emote.
皆さん、逃げてください。なぜか赤い SPX が急に加速し始めて。
What did SPX actually stand for? I completely forgot about that. I kinda don't like the sound of that because the sound is fine, but in the end it actually sounds like someone is knocking and I'm actually about to like turn around like, is anyone there? Yes, I like the emote. I got 3 new emotes. They are wonderful. A metallic screech draws out Teki's words. Its devastating voice is like a death knell. We waste no time wondering how it found us. Instead, we sprint into action. I finished one of my last exams today after a streak of bad exams. Now it's 22:30 and I'm gonna cook myself an omelette. Oh yeah! Give yourself an omelette, you deserve that. Like, there's still good distance between us and the SPX. We should be able to make it to the next passage before it catches us.
科学君、大丈夫。僕が後ろから押すよ。
はい、大丈夫です。 予備のバッテリーに差し替えたのですが出力が弱くて。
私も押しますと少女は無能探偵に続いた。
全員で生き残るって約束だものね。
We keep going while helping Techie make up for his lower speed. And then I have an exam on mobile app development that I know jack crap about on Thursday, and I'm dreading that. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. I have not really done any sort of like mobile app development, to be honest.
床に穴が開いた。
Shove the SPX in it.
こんな時に罠だなんて。
I say that, but side myself inwardly. Part of me always knew this was a possibility. That's right. I was already aware that we might run into a trap. But the simple donut-shaped maze was suspiciously straightforward. Of course there would be some kind of pitfall to trip us up. And yet, I had blocked out that unpleasant idea.
ぼーっとしている暇はないぞ、ワト君。このピンチを切り抜けないと。
Holmes calls out, and I shake off my thoughts of weakness. He's right. We need to find a way around this trap, otherwise we'll have no chance of getting out of here.
万が一のために洋館からロープを持ってきておいて正解でしたね。見てください。向こう側にロープを結びつけられそうな柱が見えますよ。誰か一人でも向こう側まで渡れればロープをかけること。
穴の幅はおよそ5メートル。鍛えている男性なら走って飛び越えればなんとかなるかもしれませんと少女は客観的な意見を口にした。
Yeah, no one here is athletic. I've been having some meeting with Martin, fair enough, that's close to me. And one of the things we looked at was a course in writing. The issue is that 1, it would be late admission. 2, it to find my grades or get them sent to me the digital form. 3, they only accept work for reference that's in Swedish. I only write in English, so I have nothing and I have to make something from scratch. It's so annoying when people ask for stuff like that, because it's understandable if someone looks for it specifically, but if someone asks basically like, oh yeah, this would work for you. Why? Because we think so. You only just need this, 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 and this. Like, alright, I don't have anything of that. Good luck. But yeah, I hope it all goes well for you anyway, though. I really do.
待って無能君。石を投げ込んでみたけど地面に落ちた音が聞こえない。相当な深さに違いないよ。それにここからでも汗をかくような熱気まで感じる。落ちたら絶対に助からないよ。
でもやるしかないよ。すぐ後ろには SPX も来ている。このままだと全滅だ。
Also, this was a test 10 years ago in this game, where kids had to survive this maze because they would become the unstoppable detectives. Someone, and we believe at least now us, survived this. How the fuck did a kid survive this?
部下にこの
Yeah,
よ
I
うな危
mean, I
険を
get
冒させるのは
it.
不
This is
本意で
Swedish
す
and all
ね。
that, but I
やっ
just
てもら
prefer
うほか
English.
ないようですわね。
And I don't even read books in Swedish, it feels weird to me. But oh well, fair enough. Fair enough. I think I also write in English, to be honest. If I don't like need to write in Swedish.
しんがりは我が務めよう。成功を信じているぞ、無能殿。
ありがとう、武装さん。
Armor, could you like toss the thing straight into the hole? That would be really good. I move back from the side of the chasm. My heart is pounding. I have 5 meters to cover. If I get scared and make any missteps, it's all over. I just have to go. I sprint with all my might and jump just before reaching the edge. My eyes reflectively squeeze shut in terror. That's not a good idea. It'll be okay. I'm in good shape for the average person. I should be able to clear 5 meters. can do this. Open his eyes. Oh fuck, I'm halfway down the hole. Well, enough about all this dread. That's how's the game going? How far into it are you? No idea. We've had 2 detectives dead. Well, 3. One that got murdered because he figured out the secret tunnel and got killed by one of his own, which was downtown. Workaholic killed Rowdy because he thought he was Renegade. And now he is hiding somewhere down here because he doesn't want anyone to find out he used to be called Diabolic Detective. Because yes, back in the days he was actually one of the people who administrated this test 10 years ago where they tried to make superhuman detectives or something. I don't really understand, like some sort of power stuff. Workaholic killed someone? Rowdy. Hold on. He has killed... Where is she? Her. Yes, Rowdy. Reason, Renegade was gonna change place with Doleful because he kinda knew that Workaholic was after him, because Workaholic doesn't like Renegade, because I'm gonna go to that after I explain this. But anyway, so he wanted to change with Doleful because Doleful senses danger. But Rowdy basically went, no, stop bullying Doleful, I will take your room instead. So without knowing, Workaholic in the middle of the night had a very elaborate plan and setup to be able to kill whoever slept in the bed from outside the bars without having to go in. Because he's not as like weak and meek as he basically says he is. He used to be called Diabolic Detective. And I think you were here when he basically did that little ninja move. With the wire he basically has hidden. So he is much stronger and much agile than he is actually presented to be. The reason he wants to kill Renegade is because he thinks Renegade is the invincible detective. One of the kids 10 years ago, basically, that survived the trials. And that is one of the reasons, and I think the second one is basically Renegade pissing him off by teasing him that he used to be Diabolic the Detective. I mess up my landing and roll across the floor. Well, you roll across the floor at least, that doesn't really mean shit. When I open my eyes, I see the ground. I'm alive, I didn't fall in. Bruh, why are they acting like criminals? They are supposed to be detectives. That is absolutely fair. The first one apparently was a very dull detective and managed to only find happiness by seeing someone die. Sorry. And the second one apparently used to be a diabolic as hell because he used to work for the secret police, which wasn't really a secret police, it was more like a force of, oh, we're gonna have to deal with this no matter what. So, yeah, shit just managed to happen. Give me a moment, I'm just gonna go and get my water bottle because I actually got a bit dry. I'm gonna go lazy and I'm gonna take the water bottle I have for my work because I still have water in it. I love when I just walk up and just do this. But yeah, I have no idea. It seems like they don't really check people's background or how they feel and stuff. They basically are like, oh, you're capable of doing this very well. You're a detective now. So yeah, I have no idea. They apparently just feel the need to. So I'm worrying who's gonna be next here and what their reason is. By some sort of luck, I made it across.
見事な踏み切りであったぞ、無能殿。さあ、
When
こちらへ
criminals
ロ
are
ープを投
your
げ渡
job,
してく
you
れ。
would probably know about how to be one to understand, but fair enough.
よし、こっちの柱には結んだよ。武装さん、受け取って。
After fastening the rope to the pillar, I toss it to armor across the way. He catches it, tying it around the pillar beside him. Alright, now we got the ropes spanning the hole.
片腕で大丈夫？
全然平気だよ。背中をかくよりもずっと簡単さ。
文学さん、ロープにちゃんと掴まれますの？私が背負ってあげましょうか。
I would say she's safer on armor's back, to be honest.
事前に予約済みですので安心してくださいと。
じゃあちゃんと私
Oh,
に
or
捕
her
まってて
actually.
ね。
That's fair enough as well. Well, that is true. Workaholic was one who loudly abolished what downtown did. So for him to do this shit is just massive. What the fuck? Yeah, but that's also the thing. He doesn't like it, and the reason he doesn't like it is he used to be an absolute shit back in the day. That's the reason why he doesn't like it. But in this moment, he saw it necessary to basically just become his old self and kill someone. Sure, he didn't know it was Rowdy. I'm not gonna say it's a good thing. But basically, he used to be a real bastard. They basically just decided to let him in because he wanted to somehow amend for what he had done.
なんですの？この敗北感。
The detectives grab the rope, crossing one by one. I see the red SPX down the passage, but there's still some distance between us. This is great. We're going to make it. Let me guess, I can see the future soon and our road is falling.
どうしたのだ？
What ails him is probably goddamn wheelchair.
ごめんなさい。手が震えて全然腕に力が入らなくて。
Teki struggles to hold the rope, tears welling in his eyes. Makes sense. Teki is normally in the wheelchair. This must be especially difficult for him. I decide to cross over and carry him on my back. I can understand that, but instead of going heads on, he instead went with a trap, then instead killed someone who wasn't his target, making him the same trash as downtown. Yep. Absolutely. Like, again, as I said, I'm not gonna try and defend what he did, but apparently a part of him used to be like a murderous bastard back in the day. That's what it's called, diabolical detective. It's like he didn't care who died or who lived. So for this time, he basically oh, okay, I'm just gonna do this, so everything is gonna get better. Yeah, that wasn't the smartest idea. The only problem is whether I'll be fast enough. I can already see the red SPX in the passage. We have to make it across before the machine catches us. It's a race against time itself.
よし、お待たせ。それじゃあ科学君、僕の背中にしがみついてもらってもいいかな。武装さん、余ったロープで僕と科学君を結びつけてもらってもいいかな。
待ってほしいのである。一つやっておかなければならないことがある。
What are you gonna do?
武装さん、僕の車椅子を持って
Is he gonna toss it over?
先ほどの涙はここで車椅子を失っては役立たずになると思っているがゆえの涙であろう。安心してくれ。科学殿の武器は我が無事に向こう側まで運んでみせるの
He
で
is
あ
a
る。
very goddamn Is he actually tossing it or is he actually carrying it?
武装さん。
Armor grabs Teki's wheelchair and slowly hoists it up. Blood drips from his wounded leg. That the strain would reopen his wound is only to be expected. Nevertheless, he heaves the chair aloft without even flinching.
武装さん、無理はしないで。車椅子なんていいから。
科学殿は我と違ってまだ活躍できる人なのである。
Well, that's a stupid
こ
comment.
こで移動手段を失うなどあってはいけないのだ。
And yeah, this robot apparently has knives good enough to actually cut him. The chair easily clears the 5-meter hole. Dolphin and the others make sure to secure it.
よし、あ とは渡るだけだな。ロープが切られぬうちに渡り切るのである。
I frantically scramble along the rope at his urging. Saving Tech his wheelchair despite his own injuries. Armor truly is a selfless soul. I hear the mechanical screech echoes out behind me. The sound in tandem with the rumbling of threads, rushing towards us. Glance back to see the SPX moving faster than any other mech we've seen. Better get his wheelchair over, or Tech will have to be carried the whole time. If only he had a normal wheelchair that doesn't weigh that much. Yeah, fair enough, he basically needed extra batteries on that damn thing. They were out of electricity. Oh, speaking of that, when that happened, we actually got attacked by that red SPX, and Renegade lost his arm. Armor bellows and grapples the SPX before it's upon us, stopping its charge. A sharp clang resounds throughout the passage.
早く科学殿を向こう側まで連れて行くのだ、無能殿。
Are we gonna lose armor here? I feel like at this point, the only... well, no, not really. We did lose Ideal to one of the robots, but most people we have only lost to like someone
我は
killed
ここま
them.
で役立たずであったが、ようやっと役に立てる時が来た。お主らの命は必ず守り抜く。だから、行け！
Seriously, I would like if I was him, that thing was capable of cutting him. Perhaps not like butter, but still his armor, which is basically impenetrable, got cut. I wouldn't struggle with this thing. I would for... who was Ideal? Ideal was basically Holmes. Her. She died of a mech. He died of a person. She died by her own poison, died by a person. And he's somewhere around. So part of it is like the people here is gonna lose by someone else. But I did forget that something happened to Ideal in the beginning, so it's not surprising if someone would die by this. Yeah, fair enough actually. She is called, her name is actually Sherlock, so... I just, for some reason, just said her, like, call name. Metallic clangs ring out as his armor collides with the SPX steel frame. But I was about to say, I wouldn't struggle with this thing. If it's basically is trying to go straight forward for us, I would somehow at least make sure the others are on the other side, and then use its speed and just push it down the hole. He has been able to toss these things before. It shouldn't be too much of a problem now. Like, sure, he had a problem with the wheelchair and his foot is bleeding. But just using that speed and just like yeet it, it should still be working. My chest aches. And what we're seeing right now could end up being the final shining spark of Armor's life. And we still have yet to see anything, because we can see the future if we want to.
君も早くこちらへ来てくれよ、武装さん。
I keep my gaze forward, using the rope to pull us to the other side. We have to get across. If we don't, Armor can't join us. Somehow we make it all the way to the end. Now it's Armor's turn.
武装さん、さあ、こちらへ。
At that moment, I hear the rope snap. The SPX struck it with its blade. The line goes slack, falling away from Armor. Just like that, the only way across is gone. It's not a matter of time before Armor... Oh, there we have the future vision.
死なせない。
Or, well, not a future vision, but basically the warning of danger. My body moves without an input from my brain, snatching up the broken rope. I fling it towards him as hard as I can.
このロープを掴んで、武装さん。
I shout out to him as it sails through the air. Armor hears me and dives towards the hole, catching the end of the rope just as it's hanging over the center. The rope swings like a pendulum under Armor's weight, and loud slam sounds out from below. The rope is still connected on our side. It doesn't drop any further.
武装さん
I rush to look down the hole. As soon as I do,
お礼を言うぞ無能殿。切れたロープをつかめば一緒にこちら側へ来れるなどお主に言われなければ気づかなかった。
it would have slipped my nose.
さすがは
Jesus.
我が見込んだ男なのである。お主はもう立派な探偵だと思うぞ。
よかった本当によかった
My body goes limp with relief. I thought for sure I'd lost another friend. It's a good thing I was so quick to call out. I was surprised at myself. The words left my mouth before they even formed in my head. Maybe it's all because of the denouement. If that's the case, then I have a whole new appreciation for its power, Jesus.
科学くん大丈夫？手伝ってくれてありがとうございます。飛躍さん、家族さん。おかげで楽に椅子へ座れました。
まったく武装さんも無理をいたしますわ。まあ科学さんの車椅子が残ったのは良好ですけど。
追いつかれる前に先を急ぎましょうと少女は心苦しく思い
But that is fair. We don't know if there's any more SPX. And Workaholic did warn us that the red one
無
was
事を
one
喜
of the
び合う
worst.
のは先へ進んでからにしましょう
Wait, how long have we been
こ
down
の
here?
先に
I
新
think it's
たな
like
部屋
day
があるようだ
7.
し、そこ
And
で
we
また一休
started
みしよ
down
う。
here in day 2 or day 3. So we have been here for almost a week underground. You're right, we can save the chatting for later. The ferocious SPX might even attack us from across the way. We need to move quickly and put some real distance between us and that thing.
科学くんたちはもう先へ進める
I turn around to face him. Then it happens. Well, we're fucked, aren't we? The red SPX suddenly vaults into the air, clearing the gap. I barely see its thread kick the ground, or more accurately, launch itself forward. It looks exactly like a grasshopper. There are no words to express my shock. It takes me a few moments to even grasp what's happening. The delay leaves a fatal opening. The SPX roars. Before you can even think about running, the blade darts out from its robotic exterior. It slashes as doleful, its closest target. Armor shields Teki and the others. At the same time, it leaps towards the SPX, holding it back by its frame. I'm getting the feeling Armor is gonna be dead, to be honest. It's sad, but with thought of how much like smacking he takes and want to take, there is a limit to him. He has been told there is a limit. Like basically, I would have stand by the edge, and like if that thing leapt, I was just like fucking smack it back again. Yeah, we can just jump over that, and we're good. Yeah, he just did, so we are. What am I doing? I can't space out now.
武装さん今助けます
武装さんから離れてよ
Dolphin and I pick up rocks, flinging them at the SPX. Well, that works, I guess. The blade slashing out from exterior prevents us from approaching in any way. This isn't good. We're just flesh and blood. We can't risk getting too close.
こんな時に役立つフレンズは
Teki rummages through his pockets, but can't seem to find anything useful. His face remains grim all the while. I understand that they wanted to catch their breath, but why the fuck did they stay here for so long? You just run first and get to a safe place and then catch their breath. Yeah, that is fair. I think they believed that it was safe for the reason of that thing goes by tread.
みんな
And off.
もういいのである
And often those things are not capable of jumping, because I have never seen a tank jump. He's gonna jump with that thing, isn't he? I hear Armor speak. His voice is uncharacteristically weak.
我はもう助からない。我を置いて先へ行くのだ。
Oh, yeah, it's not just that. That thing has pierced through the whole of him. See that one of the SPX's blade has pierced through all his armor, burying deep into his chest. It had to have hit something vital, as if confirming my suspicion. Blood drips off his corselet. It really does suck. It was really one of the detectives you wanted to keep around, because he, not even if he wanted to, he could do anything bad.
この刃が刺さっている限り SPX から逃れる術はない。だが抜けば我はすぐに出血多量で死ぬだろう。ならば我に残された選択肢は一つ。
Armor draws the SPX in even closer. Chasm looms below them.
まさか自分ごと SPX を穴へ落とすつもり。
ダメだよ武装さん、きっと助かる方法がまだ。
Leroy, you mean like Leroy Jenkins? The SPX's blade failed in a total frenzy. It continued to slice at us, keeping us at bay.
謝っちゃダメだ。武装さん、武装さん。
Yes, jump with a bot. All I can do is call out to him. I can't even get near the SPX, let alone fight it off. I feel utterly helpless. I'm disgusted at how carelessly I'd been settled on this plan, assuming everything would work out in the end. Also, we're gonna run ad in about 5 minutes, people. It was always neutral and positive, even when we were accused of killing downtown. We weren't close to Mystic and helped a lot in solving his death, and Booker might not even be as close to us as she is now. Fair. Absolutely fair enough. I do wonder if that's why the moment did not work. Because we are capable of seeing the future more or less because of like subtle things we can see. But what if this place, many of the areas are so clean that there is nothing really to check? And even if we used the moment, it was basically like, okay, death, 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 there is nothing really happening here. Why, for all the use my moment is, was I not able to predict this simple development? Armor takes another step, drawing the SPX closer. That's kinda sad. Yeah, this is like doesn't really have a landmark of sunlight to help time and place of the murder premonition. Yeah, because we could use it to find if there was like a robot in the end of the corridor. But I guess like the robots are like just, I don't know, blob-looking things, and everything is nothing but a corridor. I guess like there isn't really anything to like use premonition for. Like, okay, why can't I see if he's gonna die or not? Oh, because if we stay there, he's gonna die. Okay, we're gonna have to help him over. Then that thing jumps over because he couldn't either see it or he could see it. But basically, what's the reason of seeing one or one? There isn't really any reason to basically be able to understand that one or one is gonna happen. But I'm a bit uncertain to like why it didn't fully work now, because we got the warning, like the little headache image there. But we didn't get basically a vision, which means that we sense the danger. But not until like throwing the rope basically, or before that. Yeah, it's essentially a robot in front of us, this dark room with a ledge behind us versus the exact same thing. Yeah,
何を
exactly.
言ってるんだよ武装さん。全員で SPX を突き落として君も一緒に。
Okay, it's already too late for this guy. That thing is through his chest. His back screeches as if it's its final dying moments. All of us instinctively cover our ears. That is, all of us except armor, who presses on. His back's threads hang over the edge. Its massive frame tilts over, shaking violently. Armor begins to shake as well, attached by the blade piercing into him. I tip over, falling into the hole.
武装さん。
Jesus. Is it my headphones or the game? Because sometimes when this guy like screams, it's like peaking whatever mic they used. I reached out with my hand only to grab a fistful of air.
我が友人たちよ。さらば。
Armor and the SPX disappears into the abyss. I look over the edge in a panic, but all that's there is a yawning darkness. I never hear an impact. Nothing but endless black appears before me as I peer into the hole. Why did I have to go like this? It was all so sudden. It gets really crackly, so I think it's recording of the VA. It really does, doesn't it? Like, I'm not joking, I'm pretty certain the main character's like microphone is peaking when he screams. Teki shouts down into the depths, but no matter how much he calls out, there is no response. Over and over and over again, Teki's voice echoes through the tunnels alone.
いくら守り抜けたって自分が死んだら意味がないでしょ。武装さん。
But, of course, nobody replies. We have lost yet another irreplaceable friend. Like, the two bestest allies are now gone. Armor and Rowdy. Because, like, everyone else could have been suspicious about us, could, like, think of different stuff, but those two were always like, yeah, we're gonna help. Yeah, they either didn't have a proper filter for the mic, or they were way too close to the mic, yeah, probably.
おそらく
Incompetency
射
voice,
撃観点が
heard
通
of
ったの
peak
だろう。
voice acting and got the wrong idea, yeah, fair enough.
かもしれないね。
My reply comes out shorter than intended. The shock of Armor's death must have been affecting me more than I realized. I just want this day to end, but this maze doesn't seem to be in a forgiving mood. Oh, crying out loud. At least this thing says something, because many of these has basically had a hint on how to destroy them.
透明な SPX よりによってこんな時に。
みんな顔を上げよう。
My words have everyone surprised, myself included. It's like a switch flipped in my head the moment I sensed the SPX's presence. I realized that I really am becoming a detective. Armor entrusted everything to me. Now more than ever, I need to lead everyone forward.
こんな悲劇に負けちゃダメだ。透明な SPX は音に反応しやすいタイプ。僕が引きつけるからみんなで悲劇を音に反応。
Just then I realized something nagging at me. Invisible SPX tracks sound, while white SPX responds to imagery caught on their cameras. Each model uses a different detection method. Well, that sure was a short ad. Oh, apparently it was, because we have an ad here. Only got one super short McDonald's ad and that was it. Yeah, I have no idea how it works sometimes. No clue to why, but I'm glad you got here quicker than it said on the ad break ad. Just checking some stuff just for fun. While the ad is going on anyway. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. How does that thing actually track us? Because one sees us, one hears us. But like, that thing was basically like, I know where you are. Basically just turn 108 and like, well, fuck you.
無能さん、何ぼーっとしていますの？ SPX の対処をしないといけないのですから、早く私たちに指示をお出しなさい。
わかったよ。
Vibrations, maybe? Probably.
家族さん、僕の指示に従ってくれるの？
特別ですわ。武装さんを失って
You're gonna
落ち
follow
込んでい
my
るでしょうからね。
The funny part is like how badly the moment is right now, and in the middle of that is like, wait a second, you're gonna follow my orders?
今は上流も下流も関係ありません。生き残ることに全力を注ぎますわ。
そうだね。
Do you know what I realized that I thought before? I don't know, do we have like a Swedish name for community? Because I realized in my chat it says Din community är tillbaka. I realized, like, do we even have a name for that in Swedish? Like the sort of community here on Twitch, basically. Because I don't know, is there actually any? Or maybe it uses a heat sensor. Oh, that would be... Nah, I'm uncertain about heat sensor because we are close to a volcano. There was actually a moment where everything was absolutely hazardously warm. Not like burning warm, but like, holy shit, we drank so many water bottles. It's really nice though. Everything we lost someone, we bring something of theirs with us as a push to the... just commune. Yeah, fair enough. Survival, that's our priority. But at the same time, I still want to figure out why that ResBX attacked us. As long as we're trapped in this labyrinth, ignoring that could be a fatal mistake. We've been through enough tragedies as is.
負けてたまるか。こんな悲劇、僕らの手で覆してみせる。
Commune. It sounds so weird calling it commune. Oh, fuck. Hold on, no, don't tell me there's gonna be... Okay, so we've had one of these before when you weren't here, Maestro. And the tactic of that one... Oh, that's actually not even alive, I think, because it doesn't have that. It was basically defend against these robots. They were invisible, so if you had armor close enough, he could see them. And then they attacked him, he didn't take damage, and then... Where are you? She basically attacked them. So I'm like kind of confused because... What is good, like, do we need to actually survive against this? Because we don't have armor now. No, not in fear. We're gonna do inspect. Plot? No, but she basically has a knife.
どうしたの？
She has a kitchen knife with her. And many of these basically has a weakness in the 3 holes it has in the front. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. I am too tired. Please explain. I need explanation. Yeah, I read the plot. Am I reading something wrong? Because for me, it just translates to like planning, basically. Plotting something, like planning something. I am definitely missing something. I am... You know what? Also, that's what you mean by plot. I could not figure out that means plot. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for free. There we go. There we go. Fair enough, though. That took me such a moment just because I had no idea what the hell that even meant. I have never heard them being called plot. I'm gonna have this on my head for 10 minutes now. Oh no, wait, not that thing. Analyze. Wait, do we have more? Oh no, it's an exit there. Wait, where did we come from? Yeah, it is accurate. That's why I put it on here now. Okay, where did we come from? Because there is blood here. And there's blood here. This kind of looks like if he basically just went and tried to like walk by the side here because he has lost an arm now. Okay. You move there. Thank you. Move in there, please. I was so confused thinking you got something to do with the plot. Yeah, like plot twist and stuff. I was like more or less thinking the same. I was like, huh? Okay, we can't do anything there. I hope there isn't an SPX walking around this goddamn area now. Okay, let's do a preliminary just to do this one. I'm always hungry for buns. Same! It says that the bandage was attached to my chair. It must have some casual relation to the red SPX. Not seeing it was my fatal mistake. Okay. Well, investigate. Wait, where? Oh, fuck, they're actually here. Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much, just so you all know. Oh, I am... I don't know if there is actually an SPX walking around here. But if anyone other than someone that is like strong enough catches them, we are fucked. So I'm like, I don't want to move. Wait, who has good inference? You have good inference. What is your 4 assistants? You have 6 assistants. We use deduction. We can look at the blood smear on the right and see that it streaks to the big room. That is assuming the devs thought about that if it's not a toss-up where you came from. Yeah, fair enough. Also, I'm gonna go down here. Oh, I am not gonna lie, I feel like this is such a scary moment. Because I don't know what's actually happening. There we go, bloody wire. No, wait a yeah, it's not bloody wire. Me too in the I love the small Me Too in the middle. Analyze bloody wire. It only needs 3 though, it's not too expensive. Could you go here and inspect this, please? You go back here, because I'm just gonna let you walk back and forth. Okay, let's do a preliminary just to check what's happening. Alright, so, what do we find? Is this Renegade's blood on the wires? We could have really necessarily going through the trouble of placing his blood on them. This is just a simple trap. It must have served another purpose. Does the robot actually smell blood or something? And basically the robot goes like berserk if someone's bleeding. And is trying to go after Renegade because it knows how his blood basically smells. Also, you can hate Renegade all you like. You can't tell me this sweater looks it does. To be honest, the sweater does actually look pretty well. I don't know if I would wear one because I'm not really much for sweaters. But it does look comfy. Okay, I'm gonna let you wait there. You have already moved. I think most people have done the things. Yeah. Okay, so please, for the love of anything, don't tell me there is an SPX around here. There is an SPX around here. Oh. Fuck. I'm already here, so it's like fair, actually. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Where were you? You were somewhere around here. I know she's strong enough to actually deal with this damn thing. So I'm gonna let her be here. I think. I don't think I need to interfere with... Fuck, we're gonna just have to try, I guess. I dread this so goddamn much. I so dread this because this is such a bullshit thing to give me something that is invisible. No, I can't assist here because I need to assist her. Okay. There we go. How much does this have? 14. What is yours? She's good at analyzing and very good as assistance. I'm gonna let you, Dolphin, move down here. Wait, what is your... I'm gonna move this guy over here as well. Yeah, fair. I'm really not that hairy, even when compared to my friends, like wearing big and long sleeves clothes like that. Same. I don't really have much hair on my body, other than like very thin damn things. Let's do a preliminary just to check what's happening. Nice, minus 12. Investigate. We might actually be kind of fucked right now. I am Oh god, Dolphin. Oh shit. Wait, hold on. No, okay. Shit, okay, yeah. So I kinda understand now. I have to see them first, and then I have to basically activate them. Shit. Dolphin, go in here and deal with that quick. Because you have large inspection area. Why didn't I move Dolphin away from that area, to be honest? I don't even remember. I'm gonna inspect this area. Preliminary investigation. There we go. So we're gonna analyze. Both of them have 3, so that's fair, to be honest. I think it might be because I don't eat much or something like that, but I don't really have much hair on me. But there's hair near my foot, like my ankle area, facially. I would say mostly I have like on my ankle. If you think like somewhere that is not the head. Okay, preliminary investigation. Go.
Smart.
どうかなさいまして何かご用ですの？高貴
I like the music in this. It's a really nice music. Oh, I can inspect from here. Nice. Okay, investigate. Because I can't really do much more.
何か用かな
I'm gonna stand up here.
何か用かな
I'm gonna try and inspect, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Your inference is 3.
頑張るよ
I'm gonna move down.
何か用ですか
Same with you.
少女は視線を上げた
どうかしたのかい
I'm gonna move you here.
甘味完食雨あられ
I'm gonna move you here. I'm
お姉
also
さ
gonna
ん
use
に
you
何
to
か
inspect
匂い
just
の
in
正体
case.
調べちゃうわね
何かご用ですの
Okay, preliminary just in case.
何か
Nothing.
用かな
Okay. That's not weird. It's just genetic, and genetic is beach. I'm tall, hairy, got full beard, and look older. Now looking more my age, but that wasn't the case when I was younger. Meanwhile, my little brother is short, look young, and doesn't have much hair growth. We finally started to get the mustache and beard when he was 22, 23. He still looks silly because it's still baby beard. Fair enough. Neon was basically shocked of me basically being able to act and sound like 19 basically,
何か用かな
which is fair enough.
これしか脳がないんだ
Okay, I'm gonna do a preliminary because I need to know where this damn thing is. Can I actually run close to it? I
どう
cannot.
かしたの
I want you to go there. And I want
何か
you
用かな
to move as far as you damn can with from that thing. Okay, now we
何か
take
用
you
ですか
here.
少女は視線を上げ何か用
We
ですか
interfere with this thing.
私たちなら謎を解けます
僕が解決しましょう
He has a 4 in assistance, so that's good.
さあ実験を始めましょうか力を合わせて立ち向かいましょう
I don't think we're close enough anyway, so... You have 5 inference, and you have movement 10, so I'm gonna see if I can like help out moving away from this thing. There we go, preliminary. I like to do preliminary just in case something
何
happens,
か用で
basically.
すか
Other than that, I am gonna let everything just roll because... Oh, there is another one. Where did that even come from? That spawned out of nowhere and decided to move in.
何か用かなどうしたの感じ
This
だ
is
よ
gonna be a
脅威の気
pain
配
in the ass to deal.
甘
You know
味
what?
完食雨
I'm
あ
gonna
ら
keep
れ
her close to Dolfo. For the sake reason
はいはい
of actually
少
like
女
being
は
able to do
目した
stuff.
まま一度面倒くさいと言いつつ
I'm
頑張る
gonna
よ
move you
少女は調べ
closer
出す
to here.
どうかしたのかいさてさてどこを調べたものかな
She can stay here for right now at least. Preliminary. So we have the wire. We have that. And they have moved, but they haven't done
頑張ります。
anything. So I'm gonna analyze.
そうかこ これが れが事件 事件の手 の手がか がかり り だ
Analyze.
検証なら任せてください
Preliminary. I get the feeling it's still like
つまり
the grass is always green on the other side. The issue with having a beard and it's growing fast and thick and long is that you have to constantly trim it unless you want to look like ZZ Top. I've unfortunately no idea. Speaking of, I actually just remember this one time when I was in high school in the 2nd grade, asking me how things have been since I started going here because they thought I was one of the new first grader that entered, but didn't tell them that I was actually a third grader. Oh, fair enough. Okay, let's do an investigation. I'm gonna let you stand here,
どう
because
か
I
した
think
の
you're still not safe there. I'm gonna let you stand here because fuck that robot.
何か少女が尋ねかけ
We
る
have nothing really to inspect
さ
right
あ
now,
実験を始めましょうか。
so we're gonna
フレンズのおかげで解けました。
頑張ります。
we're gonna basically assist
頑張ります
him.
絆の力を僕は信じる。
どうかしたのかい？
And I'm gonna move you over here somewhere. I'm just gonna do a full investigation. I can't really do anything else. And they don't really move until like the investigation happens. Oh, I think you just told me there is one there.
どうしたの？
So if I inspect
感じる
now
よ。脅威の気配
and do a preliminary,
感じるよ。脅威。
お姉
you
さんに
should
何
be
かご用？
able. I'm gonna move all the way over here, so we don't like get
ど
stuck
うか
with this
したの？
thing. We're gonna interfere
デ
with
ィナ
this
ーの前に
thing.
どういっちゃいま
何
す？
か用かな
We're gonna move Doleful away from the other one. Just in case I want to move her away from here. And we don't really need much more here, so I'm just gonna do interfere here.
どうしました？
And I'm gonna do, you know what? I'm gonna go here.
頑張ります。
I'm gonna inspect this thing.
先生曰く調査こそが探偵の基本。
I think this is good enough. Gonna do a preliminary just to check what's happening.
はいごちそうさま。
広い視野を持って対応しないとね。
There we go. I'm just gonna do an investigation. He just moved somewhere. That's fair enough. As you get older, we good going like fine wine while you make it look younger, meanwhile age like milk. Oh yeah, fair enough. That's a saying. Yeah. Oh, that is. That thing is sniffing him right now.
感じるよ。脅威の気配。
Okay, you know what?
何
You
かご用です
could you
の？
go back to your job dealing with this thing? Preliminary.
感じるよ。
お姉さ
That
んに
is
何かご
way
用？
too damn close for my liking, to be honest. Jesus.
甘味完食。雨やディナーの前にどういっちゃいましょう？
What do you have? You have interference of 5. I'm gonna like let him move all the way over to this side and deal with this thing. And who has the best assistance? Okay, it seems like I have. So I'm gonna basically also move up here. Hopefully there isn't like a robot actually coming here, because I realized that we can see where they are first, because basically the pointer spawns when it's my turn on them. So that means there shouldn't be anyone right now.
少女は視線を
どうされましたか？
Not only that, Doleful does warn us when one of them actually pop up. Preliminary, deal with this damn thing.
ごちそうさま。
And investigate, because there isn't really much
ど
else
う
we
かした
can
のかい？
do. You know what?
何か
I'm gonna use full movement, go up here. I know I can't really do much now, but better to do this now than later.
どうかしたの？
I'm just gonna let some of
僕が
these
解
people
決し
roam
ましょう。
around for right now until I know what I need to do or want to do. Okay, so we can't do anything about this. So So
どうかしたのかい？
I'm gonna let him move here just in case. Because I don't really want him to like move around too much. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, yeah, we don't seem to have an S. Jesus, everyone is like mangled around this area. I can't see shit on where it actually is going. Oh, it doesn't work right now. Right, completely forgot. In fear with this thing. And assistance 6. Why is the one that wants to be a leader have very good assistance? Okay, preliminary. Boosting. So that's not a good thing. Ah, so someone did lure it towards us. Okay, that is extremely concerning. Do I have an... I wanna use in here. Can I assist both of these two people? I'm gonna test something here. Can I assist both of them? Because I can't choose who I'm assisting, I'm basically choosing where the assistance happen. There we go. I'm just gonna do a normal investigation. So yeah, day 2 boost, 11. Oh, they actually do, damn, that is powerful. That is actually really powerful, because then his assistance becomes doubled. There were bloodstains on the walls leading here too. This is definitely evidence. But why go through all that danger just to single SPX? I did not find any sort of residual thoughts. Residual? Do I need to find every red thing to find like a residual thought? Because I don't think so. I have found one, and that was in the beginning of the game under the tutorial, but I don't remember how to find them, if you like need to look for them or if they are somewhere on the map. That was my thought, but apparently I think I need to look for them. Having thwarted FBX's assault, we continued on, arriving at what appears to be a landing area. Oh, we're at the helipad that popped up in the beginning of the game.
地上にあったヘリポートと寸分たがわず同じデザインですねと少女は自らの記憶と照らし合わせていった。あのヘリポートは地下の格納庫と直結していると聞いています。
That means we're very close to their research facility, which is kind of worrisome that the research facility actually goes down here.
格納庫って地下に作るものなの？相当にお金がかかりそうだけど。
わざわざ地下に格納庫を作るなんてピンカートン家でも行っていませんでしたわよ。ですがこの迷宮はもともと機密警察とやらの実験施設なのでしょう。万が一に備えてここまで大行な施設を作るのも納得かもしれません。
地下に隠すのはお天道様に見せられないものだって相場が決まっているからね。ヘリにせよ他の何かにせよ大金をかけてでも地下に隠しておきたい何かがあったんだろうさ。
操作パネルがありますね。どうやらこのヘリポートはジャッキで地上まで伸ばせるみたいですよ。
ジャッキって車のタイヤ交換の時とかに使うあれ？
確かにあれもジャッキとは言うけどこのヘリポートのジャッキとは別物だよ。
Fair enough.
重たいものを
Same
持つ
thing,
試し
different
に上
mechanism.
昇させてみますね。上昇ボタンを押すとヘリポートを支える
I
鋼
would
鉄の
not
バー
do
が伸
that
長して
because
押
the
し上げ
black
ます。
SPX was still up there. I do not want that thing to basically be like, oh fuck, I just stood here. Oh, hello.
もちろん地上までヘリポートを上昇させた状態でヘリコプターを着陸させてそのままモルグ島は天候が荒れやすいそうなので ヘリコプターを地下へ格納することで悪天候から守るための装置なのかもしれませんね。
A familiar sound rings out nearby.
この声って。
まさかそんな。武装さんが自分を犠牲にしてまで穴へ突き落としてくれたのに。
A moment later, the source of the wiring appears, or whirring. Chaos erupts before us. Armor had taken the red SPX into the chasm, yet now it has reappeared unscattered. I guess this is as deep as we thought it was. The SPX heads straight towards me. Why me? Even if I start running now, I won't make it. I need to do something fast, or I'll be dead in a matter of minutes, or if not seconds. I thrust my hands into my pocket, hoping to find something to tear it. Inside is a bloody bandage, the one we discovered during our investigation earlier. Oh, that's why it's after him, because it's trying to get that bloody bandage. I think if he tosses that away, it's just gonna like try to stab it. My realization strikes me like a bolt of lightning. My mind races at a speed I've never experienced before. It might be, or there might be two of them.
での出来事を思い返せ。奴と遭遇した時、迷宮には何があった？そうだ。あの時は通路に大量の血に濡れたワイヤーが張られていた。
Alright, wait a second. The first time we met this thing, there was wires. Is it tracking by whatever blood comes on the wires and it's basically like them fucking bolting the shit down from it?
あれは僕らを殺すための罠かと思っていたけど、違ったんだ。ワイヤーの目的はもっと別。あの通路で破壊 SPX と遭遇したことが偶然じゃないとしたら、ワイヤーの目的は
Drive the SPX into a frenzy. No?
あの通路で破壊 SPX と遭遇したことが偶然じゃないとしたら、
lure?
ワイヤーの目的、あのワイヤーは
I don't know about lure, like
SPX
lead, yes,
を
not
するために
lure.
貼られていたんだ。
Which is just tracks blood, which would be dumb. That it could be that as well. But what's interesting is that Renegade's arm was recently cut off, so it would still be bloody. And it's going straight for us. And the bloody bandage.
だとしたら、あの SPX が索敵する方法はもうあれしか考えられない。この包帯の匂いを追っているんだ。だとしたら対処法はある。
That SPX fourth armor, it may be a mindless machine, but that doesn't mean we can just run away.
来い。ここで決着をつけてやる。
Oh, he's gonna crush him under those pillars, isn't he? The SPX barrels right up to me, but I don't panic. It's not actually after me. If it's not actually after me, then there's plenty of angles we can take here. I run to the center of the helipad jack and jam the blood bandage into a gap.
何をトンチキなことしていますの？リーダーである私の後ろに隠れていなさい。
Posh rushes over to me and I grab her hand as we both run away from Jack. I love like Posh rushes over to me and I grab her hand as we both run away from Jax. Like it's not like she grabbed me and took me away, but basically like she came to me, I grabbed her and just went away with her like.
大丈夫です、家族さん。隠れる必要なんてありませんよ。
A machine that tracks blood is just stupid. Blood mainly smells of iron, so it couldn't go bonkers for itself. True, fair enough. This is, of course, a game. If in normal life, yes, that would exactly what would happen. But if they manage to somehow figure out how to make a sensor that works as a bloodhound, Because I don't know if bloodhounds smell blood or is capable of smelling the difference between bloods. I'm a bit uncertain of that, but if they are capable of doing that, and basically that's how it works, it smells a specific blood.
あなたは何を言って。
The aspects it passes by us, crashing to one of the jacks as it lifts the helipad to the surface.
どうして私たちを無視してヘリポートのジャッキに？
科学君、今だよ。今のうちにジャッキを下ろして。
This is a smart-ass idea, though. I give Tech the command and watches as the rising helipad starts to reverse direction. Red SPX doesn't notice as it continues slashing the jack. The helipad descends upon its undefended head. The SPX wails as it gets sandwiched between the helipad and the floor. The structure is sturdy enough to support a helicopter. The SPX is tough, but its opponent is stronger. Its frame is crushed mercilessly. But evidently, these mechs aren't able to sense threat to themselves. Well, you should say they aren't evil, but they were created to basically just kill. Animals kill, but mostly because when they hunt, and that is a need. These things just kill. I would call them evil because they were created evil volitionally, or whatever you can say. So perhaps the sense of, yes, it's just a machine, so it isn't evil, but they were built by the intent of evil, which means they became evil. Simple. With that big-ass knife straight into the chest, a tool isn't evil, it's how it's used. Yeah. And with all of them being programmed to just kill, I guess the use is basically just evil. So yeah, I don't think Armor is alive because that knife went straight through in the middle of his chest.
あれほど必要に私たちを狙ってきた SPX がなぜヘリポートを？
索敵方法を利用したんです。あの SPX は今までのタイプとは全く異なる方法で索敵をしていたんですよ。
確かに異様に遠くから僕らの姿を発見していたよね。
We didn't hear or see him die. Diabolic is running around and I'm coping really well right now. True, but as I said, that was a knife straight through his armor, through his chest.
答えは血液。正確には血の匂いです。
血の匂い？そんなもので追跡可能なんですの？
そうか。家族さんはご存知なかったかもしれませんね。僕たちの中には実際に血の匂いを追跡する装置を有している人がいるんですよ。
Yep, take it.
はい、追跡遊具クンクンくんですよね。この遊具はもともと探偵同盟の技術を活用したものです。
It was just a robot controlled. Probably not, but we thought of him saying he basically felt like nothing inside.
SPX に同じ技術が用いられていても違和感はありませんし、最初に仕掛けられていたワイヤーに血がついていたのも納得できます。
さっき私たちが操作していた部屋にSPX を充電する装置があったわよね。きっとトマト色の SPX ちゃんはどこか別の場所に保管されていたんじゃないかしら。
血のついたワイヤーを道しるべのように使ってあのドーナツ型の通路まで導いて門番にしたのですね。少女は納得する。
Fair enough. I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that because I know if you're talking about K, then true. But you have to remember as well that there is actually it's technically also what's happening in Zero Time Dilemma.
今回の犯人の血がたっぷり染み込んだ包帯を挟んだんです。案の定 SPX は血に引き寄せられて無残にもヘリポートの下敷きとなりましたよ。特性さえ分かれば動きを操るのは簡単です。僕たちを裏から妨害していた犯人はこの特性を生かして 赤い SPX に僕らを襲わせていたんだ。
Let me guess, it was workaholic just for the reason of
まさ
yes.
か社畜さんが
Because he did
私たち
say
をはめるために何らかの
Be
方法で
warned about like they
SPX を
did
操
warn
ったん
us
で
for
す
the
の
red SPX because it was much worse than the other ones.
殺人を犯した身とはいえ仲間だと信じておりましたのに見損ないましたわ。
いや、赤い SPX をけしかけたのは社畜さんじゃあ
It
りません。
wasn't? Oh fuck. Wait, who?
ですが先回りをしているわけですしワイヤー層が仕掛けられていたわけですし。
いや、昨日の夜あの部屋を抜け出していた人がいるんですよ。 SPX を操った犯人は社畜さんのイメージも利用して僕らを翻弄していたんです。
Oh, wait a second. Renegade, you bastard. Is it you? Because he left. We met Workaholic last night in the game. Because he
武
was
装
in
さ
the
んが
room
守ってく
looking
れた
for
この
Renegade.
車椅子の機能の
And
一つ
Renegade came
くんくん
into the
くんが教え
room
てくれます。
saying he was looking for Workaholic.
くんくんくんに記憶させたのはワイヤーについていた血液の匂い、つまり SPX をけしか
I
けた
think it
人物
must
の
just
血
be
液です。
Renegade for the reason of I can't find anyone else because he was the only one who left the room. The mech scurries without hesitation. It heads towards the feet of him now. Renegade, where are you, you bastard? Even now, he seems like he's about to dissolve into a cackling fit. I point at him and declare the truth.
機動探偵、お前が SPX を操り僕らを追い詰めた
Yeah,
犯
but
人な
that
んだ。
looks like human, but actually this is just an armor that you can't see the face of, and you wouldn't think someone would be there, but actually not. Like K, but K was the opposite. True. Renegade detective burst out laughing, as if he can't hold it in anymore.
冗談でしょ。外道さんは科学さんを守って片手を失っておりますのよ。いくらこの方の倫理観が欠如しているとは言ってもさすがに納得できませんわ。
僕も同じです。下道さん、証拠はあなたが犯人だと物語っていますが。
Yeah, this is strange.
未だに
Then
信じられ
why
ません。
save Techie and lose your arm if you were the one that basically did stuff?
本当にあなたが僕たちに SPX をけしかけたんですか？本当ならなぜそんなことをしたんですか？教えてくだ
The
さい。
worst part is, I think there's some sort of elaborate thing behind this. It's not just like, oh, I wanted one specific person of you dead. I'm getting the feeling he's testing something. Because I think Workaholic calls him the invincible detective. But he knows that Ideal, me, and him were kids that was basically kidnapped 10 years ago. Could it be that he did this to test if we were invincible?
そんなの簡単。
Oh. Renegade Detective cuts his laughter short, glancing at us with a grin.
命の重みを知ってもらうためさ。
Okay, it wasn't actually that goddamn... you are... I have said I really do not like him. Renegade's words stop everyone in their tracks. Probably because we don't understand what he could possibly mean by what he said. But he keeps going on, clearly having a ball without any regard of how it makes us feel.
ガックン、君は自分で気づいているかい？今君は俺に守られ、武装探偵にもかばわれ、とってもい
Just for
い
information,
顔
people
を
are
する
Renegade
よう
are
に
full
なっ
capable
た
of。doing something like that, protecting someone, lose an arm or leg, or what have you only to further agenda. Yeah, that is fair. That is exactly what he did, but it actually is a fair point. He would, because he has gotten someone killed without even flinching, and the way he says it's like it wasn't my fault because she decided that herself.
出会った当初から感じていたんだよ。 君は優秀な探偵なのにいつもリスクを背負わずにいる。肝心なところでは道具や他の探偵に任せっぱなしだ。自分の作った監視カメラが殺人事件を招いた時、表面上は落ち込んで見せてはいても、悲しみより犯人への怒りが勝って魔界探偵の死に責任は感じていなかっただろう。
Is it gonna be this screenshot of when we more or less become like bloodthirsty? Because in the beginning of the game we did see the intro and we did see like a screenshot of us looking murderous towards Renegade. I'm not gonna lie, Renegade looks scared if I'm not
自分の発明
mistaken.
と友達ごっこに興じるばかりで、自分の行動に責任を持っていなかったものな。
Sorry, I thought someone was banned like knocking. I'm gonna just check something if I got like mail or something because it sounds like that sometimes. It's actually not knocking. I don't know what it is. To be fair, it sounded like it was a distant hammer. Because it sounded like it was a distant. I'm trying to be quiet so you can hear it. Because it sounded like someone like put it down. I don't know what is going on. But I have no real problem with sound like that, to be honest. It's just whenever someone is knocking on my wall or knocking on my door. That's mostly what I'm like curious of.
そんな君だからこそ命を背負わなければならないと思う。だから時間と手間と腕によりをかけてお膳立てしてあげたのさ。
Also Jesus.
命を背負う。どういう意味ですか？
嫌だな。そんなこと決まっているじゃないか。君が武装探偵を殺したということだよ。
That is not a logic at all. Because the reason why Armor was killed was because his wheelchair had the bandage on it, which had this guy's blood on it. Or someone's blood. Yeah, it's this guy's blood. So it is not his fault because he couldn't do anything. It was this guy's fault because he decided to actually put it there.
ふざけたことを言うのはおやめなさい。武装さんを殺したのは罠を仕掛けたあなたでしょう。
家族さんの言う通りだよ。けど探偵、君はあえて負傷することで出血状態になって壁に自分の血をマーキングし続けた。
That is fucking elaborate as hell, but
SPX はそのマーキングを追うことで僕らに向かってきたんじゃないか。その上ご丁寧に自分の血が染み込んだ包帯を科学君の車椅子のハンドルにくくりつけるなんて明らかに作為的だ。武装さんを殺したのは君だろう。科学君に
there
罪を
is
押し
no
付けないでくれよ。
Thomas stayed behind because he had to throw over his wheelchair, but his warlord is simply sewing this score. Yeah, absolutely understandable. Yes, and the staying behind part, that is fair. But we managed to save him from that, so that was no problem at all in a sense. It almost came afterwards, and that was basically just that thing looking for this guy's blood, which he basically decided to smear everywhere so he could follow.
ねえ、ガックン自身はどう思っているんだい？君たちがいくら励ましたところで無意味さ。ガックンが車椅子じゃなければ俺に付け入られることも武装ちゃんが不要な消耗をすることも避けられたのは紛れもない事実だからね。君は一生武装ちゃんが自分の代わりに死んだことを忘れられない。 自分が原因で失われた命への罪悪感から逃れられない。
I have never liked him, and I
それは
definitely
つまり
don't like him now.
武装探偵の命も背負って生きていくということさ。君はこれから2人分の命を背負って生きていくことになる。第二の誕生の日だ。ハッピーバースデー科学探偵。
Yeah, he's not wrong, but he's not correct either. His logic is like, you created this gun, which was used to kill someone. Therefore you killed them, which is again logical but warped. In a sense, yes. I can understand that point of view. Perhaps not fully like he created a weapon and the weapon was used to kill, but more or less like, I don't know. The only thing he basically sees here is like, you are unuseful. I'm gonna make sure you know how unuseful you are by basically killing people around you, so you realize that, oh, this must be your fault. Try and pull that survivor's guilt into tech. Yeah, exactly.
もうやめろ!
I cut off Renegade's words. Just listening to him makes me feel like my own values are crumbling away. I thought I was beginning to understand him. I thought I would fully get to know him if we kept working together as fellow detectives. But that had been a mistake.
もう分かった。もう十分だ。君を信じた僕がバカだった。分かり合えるって。
そうか。それは残念だよ。かつてこの迷宮を生き延びた仲間同士、仲良くやりたかったんだけど、人好き。
It annoys me how Renegade's shoulders sag in mock sadness while he cackles away.
でも、せっかく俺のギフトを紐解いたんだ。ご褒美くらいは受け取ってくれよ。他の探偵たちが推理していた通り、八崎港事件のバックには犯罪者組織、明けぬ夜がいる。
Also, apparently we have an ad again in about
こ
5 minutes.
の組織は
Damn, we're
全
really
員
going
明
fast
けぬ
now.
夜事件に影響された者の集まりでね。何を隠そう、俺も組織の一員なんだ。要するに八崎港事件ってのは正義の組織探偵同盟と
He is, however, correct about one thing. Teki does tend to lean too much and is again a gadget's and shirk responsibility. But it's understandable since in a wheelchair, but he is not at fault for armor dying. Yes, understandable. Like, he is right with Teki's personality. Absolutely. That is absolutely understandable. But the whole thing, as you said after that, is yes, it's basically that nothing of that is his fault because he didn't create any of those openings. He didn't create any of those events. This guy on the other hand did create them. And as I said, yeah, he's in a wheelchair. He can't really change that, can he? I want you to understand the meaning of life. Okay, so if I died instead, would that be better? Like, would it be an answer to that? Not really, because that would just mean that someone else must be the target instead because they let him die instead of someone else.
犯罪者組織明けぬ夜
My pulse jumps at this unimaginable truth. But people did always say the Gordon Duke's crimes couldn't have been done alone. It turns out he had helpers like Downtown, and Renegade himself was the one who mentioned their relevance to the Daylight Night incident. To think all of it was the work of an organization so directly connected to that incident. The sheer scale of what we're facing almost makes me tremble.
君はその組織のスパイなのかどうして探偵である君が入ってるんだよ八崎湖もその組織の一員なのか
ああ、洋館で死んだ渋谷君も含めて全員明けぬ夜に所属する犯罪者さ。おっと、とは言っても別に俺はスパイってわけじゃないよ。俺は手を抜けないたちでね、探偵も本気でやっていたんだ。この島に来た時だって別段悪さをするつもりはなかったのさ。ホームズにちょっかいをかけてその能力の一端を見られれば満足だった。八崎港の動向にも興味がないしね。
Can we throw him in somewhere? Just like leave him somewhere. I can understand these people doesn't really want to kill someone because they're detectives, which hasn't really worked for many of the people here. But like, just leave him somewhere. I feel like Renegade has seen too much of the dark side of society and has become twisted by this knowledge. That is fair, yes, but also, as I did say, 10 years ago he was actually here, where we are now, experimented on to become a ultimate detective, which means that he has been fighting these robots, he has been trying to defeat these robots, and he has survived. So yeah, he has seen the dark side of the society, because he basically was kidnapped by the secret police and the diabolic detective, just to be in a sort of if you die experiment.
僕どうして僕みたいな凡人に執着するんだよ。
いいねいいね、その顔。本当に何も知らないウーブなその顔が俺を最高にそそらせる。俺が丁寧に皮を剥がしてあげるよ。君自身さえ気づかない。ざれ言は終わりだ。死ね。
Workaholic appears from out of nowhere, silencing Renegade. Swings his arm with a wide motion, and a wire rapidly strikes out from it. But Renegade parries elegantly with his knife. Wait, oh right, he did have a knife before. Cutting the wire in half.
殺人鬼同士仲良くしたいものだけど、そうもいかないみたいだね。
黙れ！この国の平和のために私はお前という負の遺産を処理する。
It's a clash between two intensely murderous urges. Tension is so thick I'm scared it will get torn apart if I so much as twitches a finger. Oh, I have an ad. Stop announcing before a damn ambush. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was like, what are you reading? What are you like writing? It's like, yeah, that is actually true. Like, you were trying to ambush the damn guy. I thought you were like talking about something else because the ad just popped up. And I was like, are you talking about the ad or something? But like, what is going on? Also, I love that apparently my chat believes that's a link because it has so goddamn many dots in it. Okay, love it. Like, this is a link to stop announcing before a damn ambush. Could you imagine there actually being a website called that out there? That would be so interesting. That really would be interesting. Also, I'm just speaking right now because there is an ad going on, so yay! I hate this in any media. If you're gonna ambush someone, don't say, scream, or do anything like that. Just before attacking, just strike. I can agree, especially in this case, because I can say this, the only reason Workaholic is like this is because of Renegade. So him killing Renegade would basically make this... I had a short 13-second ad again, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. What is kind of sad is if I actually like, not I, but like generally, let's say generally because that's better in a sense, but like, that just means like if you have a 13 seconds ad, does that mean I get an ad revenue for 13 seconds? Or the 3 minutes I put out? Because like, what's the meaning of have a 3-minute ad break if there's only like a 13-second one? That is so strange. It's like a weird-ass reverse YouTube. Whew. The bizarre standoff roots each of us to the spot, rendering us unable to even speak as we're drawn in.
無能君、今なら君も決心が固まっただろう。外道探偵を殺す方法を伝えておこう。
Just tell me. If I don't do it now, I will do it
ゲド
later.
探偵の首にはタトゥー型の爆弾が埋め込まれている。
Oh fuck.
ゲドが暴走した時のためにその爆弾を起爆する権限が探偵同盟の上位には与えられているんだよ。
And who is highest ranked?
でも僕は序列100位で。
リーダーは君に権限を与えていたんだ。君の権限さえあればゲド探偵の首輪はすぐに起爆可能だ。
This is
操
just
作方法
Japan.
を教えるから
So
起
many
爆してくれ。
game series, movies, anime, manga, books. Pretty much everywhere someone is a perfect ambush position, and you start yelling like a lunatic before attacking. Like, what the fuck was the point of sneaking up to them? Perhaps it is like trying to shock them as well. Which I'm not saying it's a smart idea. I'm still saying it's stupid because you already have the upper hand. You don't need to shock them like, oh, someone is there. I didn't intentionally lash out at Workaholic. At that moment, Renegade Detective dashes towards what I assume is the exit to this passage.
俺も自分の首は大切だからね。ひとまず撤退させてもらうよ。
Workaholic, could you not just show us? So if you actually want to do that, we can just do it ourselves.
待て。
Either that, or we can let these two be. Renegade Detective dodges Workaholic's attacks, escaping to the corridors. Workaholic's shoulders shake. His fists are clenched so tight that they start to bleed. His unfiltered ferocity leaves me speechless. I refuse to consider killing Renegade Detective as the right decision, but after seeing Workaholic's unshakable resolve, my own feels half-hearted.
社畜さん、僕は。
Fair.
敵の強大さがよく分かっただろう。奴を殺す覚悟がないなら、これ以上関わらないでくれ。
Workaholic doesn't even face me as he speaks. I have no reply and trust the renegade detective, only to fly into a rage when he betrayed us. It's made my shortcomings painfully obvious. In the face of a truly deranged criminal, I'm beyond helpless.
ゲド探偵とは私がケリをつける。だから君たちはおとなしくここで救助を待っているんだ。これ以上仲間を失いたくないならね。
Workaholic heads down the passage, chasing up the renegade. All we can do is stand and watch, unable to speak as he disappears from sight. I love we can actually went here to be able to try and find him and like catch him for like what he did before. I would just stand there like, yep. Armored detective, culprit, renegade detective, red SPX. Cause of death, stabbed by the red SPX. Presumed. What do you mean by presumed? We saw the goddamn thing straight into his chest. The red SPX tracks blood and Renegade used this trait to get Armand killed. Renegade is a part of the Daily's night and is bent on making others bear the weight of life. We need to stop him before Workaholic does. I was about to speak, but this guy just stopped me. Yeah, apparently presumed. I don't understand how that is presumed. We saw the image of a knife straight through his chest. That is not presumed. Yes, you and Renegade.
反社会的な精神を有する人を指す言葉だ。普通に差別的な言葉だから何気なしに使っちゃいけないよ。言葉って怖いよね。どんなに意味の重い言葉であっても一度流行ってしまうと日常用語のように浸透していくものさ。君も強い言葉を何気なく使っているんじゃないかな。
I do wonder who they actually are. See, you can't be sure if you don't see the body. Well, in that sense, yes. But they said presumably stabbed. It's not like he wasn't stabbed, so maybe his a big maybe armor is still alive, somehow alive. But that's so weird, because for me, like, stabbed, perceived, means that he might have been stabbed, but like, he was definitely stabbed. Presumably dead, understandable. Presumably stabbed, not really. Something that is kind of in control of the place and another member of the Daylight Night running around. I thought shit just gonna get even more messy. Oh yeah, no shit. I really am curious what the hell this is.
まあこんなところかな。あ、さっきの？ああ、サイコパチごっこだよ。いいストレス発散になるから試してみるといい。
You need the whole bit to start playing Psycho. Great stress outlet. Fair. Sure, if you're just screaming like that, absolutely. It reminds me of Pride from F. Ah, Full. Are you talking about Full Metal Alchemist then? Unfortunately, I have no idea who Pride is though. Yes, okay, fair enough. I am very often bad at those. I was about to ask, but then my brain went like, you used to talk a bit about Full Metal Alchemist before, so I guess it was just that. Sometime after Workaholic and Renegade Detective races away from us.
無能探偵、水を入れてきましたよ。あなたも飲んでください。と、少女は女神のような優しさでもって水筒を差し出した。
ありがとう、文学さん。
Wow, we basically calmed down, but at the same time, we're having a lunatic chasing a lunatic. I'm pretty certain we can just leave those two be, to be honest. Because sure, if one of them survives, if it is Renegade, we're gonna have problems because he is out of control. If it is Workaholic, he only wants Renegade kill right now, so we are technically safe.
水道の蛇口があって助かったよ。ちょうど水も切れていたしね。
Oh, there was a tap here. Good.
ここは何かの格納庫。おそらく器具の手入れ用として水道を引いてきたのでしょうね。と。
なるほどね。おいしい。
Why does she have strings in her hair? I'm not gonna lie, like it's kind of like it's not bothering me, but for me it's like loose strands of hair, but it is not. But it makes me think it is each time I see it, and it's like somehow bothering me in a way. Hydration flows through my parched body, my fuzzy thoughts grows a bit sharper. But we still don't have a plan for what to do next. Taki looks downcast in particular. I'm surprised considering Renegade's behavior toward him and his role in Armor's death. Let's see if I can... Pride is the oldest of homunculus made by the first human. That is a sentence. Yeah, sure, you can do that. The only time I know of homunculus is basically from Ender Magnolia, because that's a game I'm recently playing. It's actually a really good game. I'm kind of close to the end.
このヘリポートで地上へと上がればみんな助かるはずです。
It's weird, I know. Yeah, because I don't fully understand what a homunculus is, other than I would say shaped life, basically man-shaped life. I don't know fully about genetics, but at least with magic and stuff. Because most of the times I have seen it, it has to do something with magic. So just hearing that something created something is fair enough.
見通しのいい朝になったら僕
I'm
た
gonna
ち
have
で
to
地上
search
に
up
上が
what
っ
it
て
actually
助けを
means.
呼びま
Actually,
し
you
ょ
know
う。
what, I have my phone here, I can
緊急
probably
塔
do
で
it
したら
with that.
通信機の一つくらい見つかるでしょうし。
Because each time people talk about it, this is at least some living creature that's been shaped.
悪くない案かもしれませんわね。
So I'm kind of curious now what that actually is. Okay. Yes. There we go. I'm just gonna go use the quick Google thing. Homunculus is a term with multiple meanings, primarily referring to a miniature, fully formed human being. Miniature? A mini human being. It's a man-made human that is artificially created, often created through alchemy or similar. Yeah, they talked about alchemy here, but I do love it started with tiny human.
あなたは他の皆さんを連れて地上へと上がり
Tiny
なさい。
created human.
家族さんは
社畜探偵と下道探偵の後を追いますわ。自分一人になってでも私は探偵として引くわけには参りません。
Well, that's stupid
彼らは
idea.
秘密の通路を知っていたのですからヘリポートで先に脱出できたはず。それをしなかったのはこの先に何か目的があるからに違いありません。のんびりと待ってはいられませんわ。
Renegade, I have no idea what he has for agenda right now. Workaholic, just killing Renegade.
危険すぎますよ。
As I said, I believe we're safe from at least one of them. Recall Workaholic's advice. Unlike him and Renegade, I don't have the kind of conviction it takes to kill in order to achieve my goals.
そうですよ。もうこの事件に足を踏み込むのはやめましょう。
科学君。
Becky situates himself between Porsche and myself before continuing.
実は僕、もともとこの事件に参加する予定ではなかったんです。
それってどういうこと？
私たちは皆探偵同盟からの要請を受けて参加したはずですわ。それが参加する予定ではなかっただなんて。
本当に呼ばれていたのは僕の師匠、探偵紳士だったんです。要請を蹴ろうとしていた師匠を見かねて、僕が代わりに参加を申し出て。
Gentleman detective. I don't know.
それがまさかこんなことになるなんて。
探偵紳士。
探偵紳士。序列こそ私より一つ劣りますが、実力は理想探偵にも並ぶと言われる実力者ですわね。愛弟子がいると聞いたことはありましたけど、まさか科学さんだったなんて驚きですわ。道理で優秀なわけですわね。
ええ、師匠は本気さえ出せば国内最高の探偵だと思います。ただ頭の中はいつも女性のことばかりで、今回も女性とのバカンスを優先するとかなんとか。
The fuck? Okay,
だ
fair
から
enough.
僕は師匠に代わって皆
He
さんの力に
rejected
なりたいと
coming
思って
here
参加し
because
た
of
ん
a
です。
woman. Well, I can't really complain, but at the same
僕
time,
が出
huh?
しゃばったせいで。
You just sent a
So
GIF in DMs because I couldn't find good pic on Google. That was big. Fair enough. I'm gonna check. I don't know if it has popped up on my Discord even yet. Sometimes things pop up, but sometimes things doesn't pop up.
科学君は悪くないよ。武装さんは僕の体質に巻き込まれただけだから。だから。
That's an interesting Himukala. I cannot even pronounce it correctly. Huh. Fair enough. I think like in Ender Magnolia, the Homunculus are basically like
そんなことはありません。
robots, but they have like a core that is a soul, like made of
そもそも
magic and stuff.
誰も傷つかずに済んだんです。僕が
I'm not gonna lie, for some reason I imagined something that didn't look fully human, but was like something you could see was created. I was kind of shocked to see something that like looked human until like you saw another part of it. I understand Teki's feelings to that painful degree. I still can't forget the moment Holmes was killed right before my eyes. No matter how much I will grovel or repent, the dead can never answer or rebuke us. So in turn we lash out at ourselves. I wouldn't say never, yeah. I was about to say like you have a ghost, so one of them can.
感謝していますよ。この島であなたに出会えなかったら、きっと僕はいつまでも後悔を引きずったままだったと思います。
だろうね。外道探偵と意見が似通うのは不本意だがな。人は自分と関わった者の死を背負わずにはいられないものだ。科学君を励ませるのは君だけだ。さあ、声をかけてやるといい。
僕なんかに励ませるでしょうか。社畜さんの言う通り。
And why would you need to have that?
殺せることが覚悟？笑わせてくれるよ。殺すことなど。
He thinks this is resolved, but that's because he used to just being able to kill with no problem.
覚悟などと上等な言葉を使っているが、その実はもっと単純だよ。
単純って？
自分の背負うものを投げ出す逃避だ。生きれば生きるほど、人は多くのものを背負う。そして背負えば背負うほど投げ出せなくなる。すべてを投げ出すことが覚悟か。ルールから外れることが勇気と呼べるのか。ルールがあるからこそ、人は己を律し、社会の秩序を保てるものだ。
Fair enough.
ルールを失えば、
That is true. I guess it like depends on what you're reading or watching. They have their own different rules.
勇者と呼ぶ者は一人もいないよ、ワト君。
But something that at least seems to be the similar thing is that it's not fully made of science. Like alchemy, sure, in some series and stuff is technically their science. But in other series, basically like magic is involved or something. They're not fully human, nor are they fully beasts. They're basically living being, but that has a certain something that is basically making them something new. Like as you said, the true form there was basically like small as a coin, and the Magnolia, most of them look like robots. No, I think everyone looks like a robot actually. I say robot, but basically when you see some of them like being in the pods where they're created, they do have like Terminator skeleton looking body basically.
私が君のすべてを肯定してみせよう。だから顔を上げろ。
I still like that game though. I'm gonna continue
君に
that.
しか語れない言葉が
I'm close to the end. I'm actually having really fun with that game. As all Holmes says before she vanishes like a puff of smoke. This must be the downtime her consciousness occasionally lapses into. Something akin to sleep. She'll be gone for a few hours.
煽るだけ煽って眠るなんて困った人だな。
Let out a sigh and raise my head up.
科学君、僕らも先へ進もう。
It's often a mix between science and religion and
きっと一生
magic.
後悔するよ。
That is true, especially with the thought of what I just said actually. With being like robots and stuff.
無能さんまでどうしてですか？どうしてそ
I
ん
could
なに
definitely
強
say
くい
something
られ
like
るんです
this.
か？
It's nothing we would
社
be
畜
able
さん
to
も
do.
外道探偵も
In the
平気で
future,
人を
who
殺す人で
knows?
す。
I'm not willing to basically try to calculate if we're capable of doing shit like that in the future. But otherwise, we in real life wouldn't be able to do stuff like that.
彼らと関われば自分だって殺されるかもしれないのにどうして？
そんなの怖いに決まっているでしょ。ですが私たちは別にバカンスを楽しんで怪我もなく無事に帰るためにこの島を訪れたわけではありません。
True, we came here to solve a case and we
この
more
島
or
を
less
訪
would have
れた
expected
理由は
something to
ただ
happen.
一つ。八つ崎港事件の真実を解くためですわ。あの二人の真意がどうあれ、社畜探偵と外道探偵が八つ崎港に関する手がかりを有しているのは確実。今ここで後を追わなければピンカートン家の名に泥を塗ることになりますわ。
Fair.
さすがは家族さん。
Absolutely fair.
全部言われちゃったよ。
A smile word, Riley, then continue speaking directly to Teki.
僕も昔目の前で友達が死ぬのを助けられなかったことがあって、今でも夢に見るくら
The
い
funny part is they did not die until recently.
自分を許せなくなるよね。科学くんの今の気持ち、よくわかるよ。
I still want to know what happened back
切れ
then.
る必要なんてないし、吹っ切ることは難しいと思う。きっと科学くんにできることは、今の気持ちを
Because
抱えて
somehow
前
we
に進
still
むこと
have
だ
the
けだ。
memory of someone died
ま
in
あ、
front of us,
そ
but
れ
that
が
never
苦しいか
happened.
ら問題なんだけ
So
ど
what
ね。
exactly did we do? Like, I believe we are actually
僕は
invincible
この
detective.
体のせいで生まれてからずっと誰かの負担になってきたんです。
It's just that what happened that made us lose our
探偵として
memory so much.
迷惑をかけるなら僕は
科学くんは僕らにとって大事な仲間だよ。
あなたが迷惑だと言うなら、赤いおばさんは迷惑千番地獄行きでしょう。安心してください。
She's talking about Porsche.
少女が優しくフォローする。
Oh, that burn though.
それ誰のことを言っているんですの？私のことでしたら許しませんからね。まったく。でも文学さんの言う通り、科学さんよりもずっと私や無能さんは迷惑をかけているでしょ。
Thank you for bringing me down with you.
何よりあなたの失敗はリーダーである私の責任。
And you could see it from
何も
different
気に
point
す
of
る
view.
ことはあり
It
ま
would
せん
be
わ。
something normal, and that these people
科
born
学
through
ちゃんがいなかったら、私たちは
I
とっ
don't-
くの昔
IVF,
に毒
which
で
I'm
死ん
certain
で
what
い
that
るわ
means.
よね。
And it would be completely normal. The other would be full of
失っ
mad
た命
science,
よ
and
り
that
も
life would not
守っ
last
た
long and
命
be
に目を向け
subpar
ま
at
しょう。
best. Fair.
それが生き残った私たちの義務だと思うわ。
科学くん、僕はね、この体質のせいで家族を失ってるんだ。だから僕は武装さんが死んだ時、まただって思った。また僕のせいで親しい人が死んでしまったって感じたんだ。
Fertilization. Ah, fair enough. So technically, it's only another way of actually
一人でもこの部屋に残ろうって決めていた。でも今の無能くんの言葉で分かったよ。僕には守りきれなかった命を背負う責任がある。ここでみんなから離れることはその責任から逃れることなんだって。
命を背負う責任ですか。
飛躍くんの言う通りだよ。難しいことだって分
Also,
か
I'm
っ
not
てる
gonna
から、
lie, the way
僕らと一緒に
Teki
背負っていこ
looks can't be
So,
error, it
so,
says
so,
from one using Google. It's a type
Yatsuzaki
of
ko jiken no nazo
assisted
tokiyakasu
reproduction technology where an egg is combined with a sperm inside a body in a laboratory dish and then transferred to a woman. So it was fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, take his eyes. Either he has... I don't remember what it's called. I want to say like monochromia or something, but I don't think that's the name.
弱気になって
Or
しまっ
something
て
is
ご
wrong
めんな
with
さ
his
い。
left eye because his right eye or
僕も
left has a
皆さんと
pupil.
一緒に先へ進
His
みます。
right doesn't.
必ず僕らの手で八つ咲き子を捕まえましょう。
So I don't know if it's like he has two eye
う。科
colors
学くん、
or he has one damaged eye or something. Who knows? He might have a robotic eye.
やはりリーダーである私の激励は最上級に効きますわね。で
Heterochromia,
は早
thank you.
速ヘリポートで地上へ上がる班と先へ進む班とで二手に分かれて。
あ、それはやめた方がいいです。
にゃにゃにゃ。
Teki rejects Porsche's order outright.
実は先ほどヘリポートを地上へ上げるとき、洋館の時にも使った監視カメラを設置しておいたのですが、
Let me
こんな
guess.
光景が映り
Big
ました。
bad dark robot. Teki shows us the screen of his tablet. Yep, that thing is just staring.
理想探偵を殺した黒い SPX。 どうしてヘリポートのそばに。
What does that thing track though?
僕らがヘリポートから地上に上がることを見越した罠ではないでしょうか。少なくとも無策で地上へ上がれば全員殺される危険性があります。
Bring up a bomb, I guess.
なんですって？じゃあ先へ進むしかないじゃありませんの。
八つ咲公は暗に先へ進めと言っているのかしらね。
絶対に後悔させてやります。と、
It wouldn't surprise
少
me
女はまだ見ぬ犯人に
if,
呪詛の
like, I'm uncertain of who is actually the Duke. If we were told that the Duke is one of us,
どうせ最初か
but
ら私
somehow
は
I
先
feel
へ
like the
進むつもり
Duke
でした
must
わ。
be someone who used to be here.
さあ行きますわよ。いざ
Because we are
下
right
道
now
探
going
偵たちの
through
もとへ。
like the test that the kid did back in days in the
待って
game.
家族さん、もしかしたらこの先には罠があるかもしれないよ。ひとまずこの部屋で休息を取った方がいいんじゃないかな。この先は休めるかどうかもわからないし。
僕も飛躍くんに賛成だよ。今日はいろんなことがあったからそろそろ疲れが押し寄せてくるだろうしね。家族さん、今日のところはもう
Maybe
休
that
み
he
ませんか。
has some gadget
疲れた状態で先に進むのは危
contact
険で
lens.
す
It
よ。
could just be Metrochromia. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what is basically throwing me off
庶民は
mostly
これだからいけませんわ。
is that he doesn't have a pupil
私は
basically
体
in one of
力
his
も一
eyes.
流。一人でも先へ行きますわよ。軟弱者はここで待っていなさい。
You're gonna get yourself killed. As she speaks, Polis climbs to her feet and falls. What just happened?
大丈夫ですか？何もないところで転んでやっぱり疲れてるんじゃないですか。
私は全然疲れていませんけど、ここで時間を使って芸能探偵に逃げられては最悪じゃあ
Where
り
is
ま
he
せんか。
gonna escape? He's being chased by a maniac. Like a maniac being chased by a maniac, and we're on an island. Oh man, now I've done it. All I did was rile up her more. Communication sure isn't easy.
ねえ家族さん、僕も一緒にこの先へ進みたいんだけど、今日のところは休む時間をもらえないかな。
Yeah, I'm gonna stream until 8 as usual.
部下である僕の都合で
It is
ごめんね。
only on Thursday. I'm gonna change to 7, but that's because
殺
I have
人鬼である
D&D.
下道探偵と社畜さんが相手だから万全の
And
体
as I
制でないと
said, in about 2 weekends, then not the next weekend, but the weekend after that, I will probably not stream on Saturday. I might stream on Sunday to change it,
OK ですわ。
but I won't stream on Saturday because I think I'm going away on Saturday, or both days. I'm a bit uncertain, but I'm going to Nercon. I think. Like, I've yet to plan then. Okay, then we're gonna take dog outside for a bit. Yeah, fair enough. As I said, I haven't fully planned yet. I saw
徐々
it.
に家族ちゃんの扱
I
い
think
が
I
上
saw
手
it
く
on
なってきている
Sunday.
わ
I
ね。
checked it out a bit, did not really understand. Checked a bit more, kinda got interested. And then I checked with some other people, and they were probably
腹黒
gonna
前
go.
髪失敗マン。
Either probably or yes, because I just got the answer who is presumably gonna go to Nercon, and I just got yes.
文学さん、そのあだ名は本人の前では禁句ね。
But that's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna do any cosplay because, as I said, I don't have the resources nor the time to make something now. Would be kind of fun to actually make my coat and the stuff you see on me now, to be honest. Because as I said before, like, I feel kind of off thinking of, like, masquerading as someone or something else. Like, sure, if it was like a Monster Hunter armor that basically covered everything, yes. But like, if I'm gonna be a character, it feels off being me, but being dressed as a character.
まあそう
But
文句を
because
言って
this
やるわ。
character is me,
ずっと昔に
it feels
作られた
less
地下の
odd.
住居を改造したものだからな。改装が不要な箇所はそのままなのだろう。こんな地下に施設を作るだなんて 昔の住人も機密警察もなかなかのアホなのだろう。
目立たない施設を作るためとはいえ、機密警察も相当苦労したんでしょうね。
I'm totally accustomed to having homes inside my head now. We continued conversing until we came across a shuttered gate. Shut gate. We must be right next at the next facility.
飛脚さん、危険な気配などは
I'm
感じません
kind
か
of sort of glad they skipped like the resting scene because this time nothing is really gonna happen.
大丈夫。特にシャッターの向こう側からは何も感じないよ。
Dolphus touches the shutter and makes his report, after which Porsche approaches it.
ではリーダーである私がシャッターを開きますわ。罠があるかもしれませんから皆さんは少し離れていなさい。
I consider taking her place, but the denouement isn't giving any reaction. So instead I just keep quiet and let our chief handle this.
開きますわよ。
Porsche lifts up the shutter while making distinctly undignified noises. For a moment I think my vision has gone completely black, but then the lighting reveals an entryway to what appears to be some sort of hospital.
自動で照明が。ここ一体。
I think we're inside the research facility. There's no trace of life in this cold artificial place. The synthetic scent of vinyl hangs in the air, completely unlike the earthiness of the maze. Judged by the great deal of chatter as their eyes glance about the room, everyone seems to recognize this place to some extent.
何なんですの？先日入った研究棟の入り口にそっくりですわね。
そっくりどころか全く同一です。窓がないことくらいでしょう。
Okay, so this is the identical except for the lack of windows. So why is there like an underground that looks like above ground?
でも地上の美味しい空気は感じられないから地上ではなく地下なのは間違いないわね。そこの正面のエレベーターは起動する？起動するなら下道ちゃんたちはもう地上へ上がっている可能性もあるわね。
ボタンが反応しません。故障しているのか電気が止められているのかいずれかでしょう。今まで歩いてきた時間傾斜を考慮してもここが研究棟の地下施設なのは間違いありません。エレベーターを使えば先日僕らも入った地上の研究棟へ上がれるのではないでしょうか。よ
かった。じゃあエレベーターを修理すれば地上に上がれるんだね。
ええ。問題はこれまでの施設のような罠があるかもしれない点ですが。
今の時点では大丈夫だと思う。今までの施設と違って脅威の気配を全然感じないよ。下道探偵たちにさえ気をつければ危険はないんじゃないかな。もちろん油断は禁物だけどね。
ちょっと安心したよ。今までが今までだったから。探偵デバイスでマップを見る限り階段も存在しないみたいだ。地上の施設とは完全に孤立していて陸の孤島ならぬ地下の孤島だね。家族さん、まずはみんなでこの施設の中を見て回りませんか？下道探偵たちの目的もわかるかもしれないし。
もちろんそのつもりですわ。さしもの下道探偵もこの人数が相手ではそうやすやすとちょっかいはかけられないでしょうからね。さあ皆さん参りますわよ。私についてきなさい。
Where are we going? They said it was basically just one floor on the ground. Where can we even go? There can't be many places to go.
暑いですわ。何なんですのこの施設は。迷宮とそう変わらない暑さじゃありませんの。
昨日眠るのに使った格納庫よりも全然暑い。狭いから熱がこもってるのかな。
That wouldn't surprise me, to
お
be
姉
honest.
さんは寒い国の出身だから暑いのは苦手なの。 この施設にクーラーはないのかしら。
安心してください。僕が今からアイスフレンズカチコチクエを作りますから。
今から完成を待っていたら蒸し鶏が完成しますと少女は暑さに
Yeah, we'll
耐
probably
え
need
なが
to
ら
go back or find some other place because everyone is apparently cooking here and we're not even by the volcano anymore.
この部屋エアコンがついてるよ。
入ろう。
Oh, hold on, I'm just stretching a bit. We entered the lab and immediately on the AC remote, quickly cranking the fan to max and adjusting the temperature to its lowest setting.
生き返る。
The AC pleasantly cools my flushed skin. It's got considerable power and a strong airflow. Chill in the room in no time.
エアコンは最高ですわね。やはり扇風機など時代遅れ。帰ったら私の事務所にも導入したいものですわ。
ああ、わかりますよ。
The computer turned on in the background.
金がないって言って。
I'm kind of worried about that because no one was there.
貧乏事務所と同じにされては困りますわ。私の事務所はただアンティーク
Welcome
な
back.
家具を好んでいる
They
だ
were
け
about
で
to
すの
be
で、
cooked in a hallway because we're underground still, but they managed to find an AC. And the computer behind them turned on without no one being there.
無能探偵
Bookworm repeatedly tugs my sleeve. I turn to face her. She looks frightened, shrinking close to me as if gestured to one of the many PCs lining in the rows of desks. I then noticed that one of the PC monitors has flickered to life.
そこいきなりパソコンが一人でに
誰も触ってないのに変だね。
Someone is either hacking it and want to talk to us, or something's going on at least. I check out the screen with Techie and see a login prompt displayed. Techie gleefully takes charge of the situation, already seeming to have an answer.
ああ、きっとスリープ状態のものが混じっていたんですよ。おそらくマウスを動かしたら起動する設定になっていたんです。
エアコンの風でマウスのコードが揺れて起動したってことか。たまに家でもあるよね。
Okay, fair enough. It was just in sleep mode.
じゃあ心霊現象ではないのですねと無能探偵をからかうために行っていた怖がるふりをやめながら少女は問いかけた。
だから怖がらなくても平気だよ。いた。
Did she hit us with a book? Using all her might, Bookworm delivered a sudden kick. What the heck? I didn't even think I said anything off-putting. Other than you basically completely say you don't need to be afraid when she's trying to say I was not afraid.
ねえ待って、スリープ状態だったってことは直前まで誰かが使っていたってことじゃ
I
ない
love
かな。
this saying that, but technically, everyone here has been completely wiped out. That could still be in sleep mode. They don't need to be that specific one doesn't need to be turned off. It doesn't need to be used
おそらくその通りね。
recently.
そして使っていたのは
That seems
自
a
動
bit too
炭化社
convenient.
畜ちゃんのど
Sure
ちら
could
か。
be the case, but I wouldn't write it off as a PC was in sleep
この
mode.
PC
I
で
wouldn't
何を見て
either.
いた
That's why I was a bit confused why it
調べる
just
必要があり
turned
そう
on.
ね。
Gromit sticks her nose close to the keyboard and sniffs. There for some reason she begins licking the keys. Oh, please don't. That's like one of the dirtiest and goddamn areas.
美食さん、何をやってるんですか？
At the same time, she has taste poison and apparently can handle it, so... Ew.
もちろんそうさよ。この PC を見た容疑者 X ちゃんはパスワードを入力した時にキーボードに触れているはず。私の相棒ならわずかに付着した人の油だって感じ取れるわ。信じて待っていてちょうだい。
Sure, taste the keyboard and let Techie do that.
ごめんなさい。よろしくお願いします。
We wait in silence to hear the result of government analysis. After 5 minutes, her thorough taste test is complete.
容疑者 X ちゃんがパスワードの入力時に押したキーボードはおそらく A、E、D、H、T、Y の6種類よ。他にも油の味と匂いが感じられた箇所はあったけど、その6種類だけ風味が強かったわ。押し間違えないよう慎重に力んで打ってしまったのでしょうね。
Fair enough. I'm sorry, I'm still taken by her basically deciding to lick the keyboard.
ありがとうございます。お腹壊れないといいですね。
これくらいなら全然平気よ。でもキーボードって最近の巣窟だから、良い子は真似しちゃダメだからね。
I should cosplay a keyboard. Fair enough. Someone has to cosplay her, and you have to cosplay a keyboard.
それでは早速 AEDHTY と入力してみましょう。
No, that she doesn't mean that's the password. She means those are the keys.
いや、今のはただアルファベット順に言っていっただけだと思うよ。このまま入力したって意味はないかなって。
6種類の文字によるパスワード。僕のパスワード解析ツールを使っても解析に
It's not
半
a
日かかります。
6-letter password. Well, it could be. It depends on the length, because that tells me it's a 6-letter password. There's 6 different letters. Or like, you know what I mean. The length of the password is just 6 signs, basically. But it could be like... It could be infinity. It could basically just press all of these like 6 times or something.
もしパ
And
ス
that's the
ワードが
password.
何か意味のある文字列なら、この6種類の文字でいろい
Some
ろと
letters
考
could
え
have
れば
been
いいだ
pressed
けな
more
の
than
です
once.
が。
Yes, exactly. It just feels odd when they say it's a 6-letter password. Because sure, there are 6 letters, but it could be pressed more, so for me it's not a 6-letter password, it's like
意味のある文字列か。
more letters, just clones of them. Or copies of them.
デスに Y をつけて形容詞形にしたデシーとか。
Deathy.
庶民らしい俗
I
な
kinda
考
hope
え
that's
で
a
すわね。
password.
パ
The
スワ
reason
ー
for
ド
that
に
it
形容
sounds
詞など
stupid.
ありえませんわ。パスワードは Y の後にですを続けた Y です。つまり関西弁で Y は死んだという意味ですわ。
Yeah, it's not a padlock or a door, it's a PC password. Yeah.
パスワードを考案した方は関西の方だったのでしょうね。Y を関西弁の Y と読み
Please
替える
try
ル
Deathy.
イス・キャロル並みの言葉遊びを取り入れた芸術的なパス
Also,
ワードなの
why
です
that
わ。
password if that's the case?
パスワードは The Day。
Oh, the day.
少女は正当を告げた。
That is not the strongest password, but it feels like it's more of a thing to make sure someone remembers something.
The Day。その日ってこと？
Bookworm gazes at our perplexed faces and sighed before beginning explanation.
明けぬ夜という組織の語源はおそらくシェイクスピアの戯曲マクベスのセリフ。そしてそのセリフの原文は The night is long that never finds the day。 このセリフにおいて The day は夜明けを意味します。
Okay.
もし探偵同盟が明けぬ夜の打倒を志しているなら、これ以上にふさわしいパスワードはないと思いませんか？
Fair enough, but it's not so much of a password.
すごいよ文学さん。絶対にそれだよ。
It makes sense, but it makes so much sense that it's like, it's not a password anymore.
ワイは死んだよりはマシかと思います。少女は調
She
子を
doesn't
こらえ
like
ながら
Porsche at all, doesn't she?
この知れ者！
なんで僕が？
Porsche slaps me for some reason. Of course she slaps you. Who would slap bookworm?
ビンゴです。パスワードが通りました。さすがは文学さんですね。
Seki sits triumphantly before the monitor. Almost immediately his face clouds over.
これはよほどこの PC を調べていた方は慌てて出て行ったんでしょうね。
ファイルが開きっぱなしだね。直前までこの PC を見ていて、僕らが近づいてきたから慌てて逃げたのかな。
探偵に関するデータベースみたいだけど、何を見ていたかわかる？
Also, I still feel something is odd because Renegade managed to learn about us, finding out that many of us has like a connection to the Daylight's Night. And he said he managed to find it in the office as a bunch of paper, which also means he learned about Workaholic being the diabolic detective there. Who the hell would just leave papers like that? Because that is like secret information. Like, we have code names. So I don't understand why they were just in someone's office, even though it's on a remote island in a mansion. Especially when other detectives can come there. So I feel like that even that is a bit of a trap, to be honest.
直前まで見ていたデータを復元してみます。少し待っていてください。
Because technically that is the knowledge that actually got Workaholic to become absolutely murderous again. I mean, you're in an office that's on the ground. Yeah, well, I didn't think of this office. This is an office, and they have password and a database. The one I was thinking of was basically in the first house, in someone's office, and what I understand, it was a bunch of papers just laying around there.
直前まで見ていたファイルは持ち去られたようです。でも何を見ていたかまでは分かりました。
どんなファイルが持ち去られたの？
We managed to survive a Diabolic, which apparently wanted to get us in a situation where Teki learned that his problems of being in a wheelchair and push every responsibility to anyone else is causing us to die. And then he got chased off by Workaholic. And now we're underground in the research facility.
首輪に関する資料。
Oh, nice.
首輪って。
Please explain to us, because if necessary, I want him to go boom. What person did the person using this computer need that information? Simple. I wanted to be able to do it. Did Renegade Detective take it in his hopes of removing his collar? Or does Workaholic intend to trigger the explosion somehow? The mysteries just keeps compounding. Check the rest of the units, but nothing of note has been left behind. The layout of the other rooms are nearly identical and similarly turn up nothing. We do, however, get the AC running in all of them, greatly reducing the floor's overall humidity and making the area much more pleasant to be in. We continue searching similar rooms for some time.
この部屋も最初の部屋と同じか。
Wouldn't surprise me. There are like many offices, I believe, that look like, especially these kind of offices that looks like the same because it's just a workplace. Like, I have seen YouTubers and stuff have offices, but that is basically like they design the shit themselves and like give some specific stuff. But when they have stuff like this, I'm pretty certain it looks the same because they work in a group of people. And there is another group of people in another room, and they just have the same. There's something in this room that is set apart from the rest. I guess the paper on the floor.
嗅いだことのある匂いがするわね。
あのゴムバンドの匂いじゃ
Don't
な
tell
い
me you're
かな。
gonna taste the lickboard again.
ゴムバンド？
Oh, 4 guests. Dolphin motions to a desk where a cardboard box filled with rubber wristbands have been placed. What on earth is this here?
そっか、無能ちゃんは説明を受けていなかったわね。この研究棟を訪れた客はそのゴムバンドをつけるのがルールらしくてね。 カードキーの役割を果たしてくれるのよ。
Fair enough.
職員かゲストか、はたまた不法侵入か見分ける役割もあったんだろうね。僕らは自分のバンドを持っているから、無能くんももらっておきなよ。きっと役に立つと思うよ。
Yeah, fair. We are a guest here, and I guess they are also guests in this research
じゃあ
facility.
一つ持っておこうかな。
I take a wristband from the box and slip it into my pocket.
誰かがパソコンを使用した形跡は見られませんでした。
荒らされた形跡もゼロ。私の記憶する限り、先ほど見た部屋の通りです。
I fell asleep. I just want to go to sleep again, but mom and sis are going out right now. I need to be awake to watch the house. Fair enough. They are out now. Hold on. Isn't it like bloody midnight or after midnight where you are? What's in the house that
では
late?
次に参りますわよ。探
That is
偵
a
家でもい
that is a
つで
fair
も前
thought,
向き。
of course.
悩
There's
んでる
like
暇などゼロですわ。
fair.
本がいっぱ
But it's about to soon end the stream, to be honest as
い。
well.
少女は目を輝かせて喜ん
Oh,
で
you
みせ
like
た
the。books? Do you find any good books?
地上の研究棟では見られなかった古い書籍がたくさんありますね。社畜さんと下道探偵の目的も
By the
こ
way,
の
I
本なの
find
で
it
しょうか。
funny that they translated renegade to renegade in English, considering that in Japanese, seikido, which would mean scumbag. That would be so much of a better name for him, because I can understand that in English they wanted renegade because like what he does is not really a detective, he's like a renegade. But calling him scumbag detective, it's so much bloody fitting, to be
た
honest.
だ見るから
I
に
kinda
敵
wish they
関
actually
連の設備は
did.
なさそうだね。この部屋はまた後で調べることにして、他の部屋を調べようか。
少女は抗議の視線を薄いな男に送
She
る。
wants her book.
ごめん。また後で必ず調べるからね。
あったありました。これが分電盤ですよ。
We're in luck. Just as I'm leaving the archives, we come upon the apparatus we've been seeking. I was about to say we have an ad in 5 minutes, but I am gonna end my stream soon, so we don't need more ads. Yeah, Renegade fits, but since his name is Gade in Japanese, Detective Scumba would be so much better. It would be so much better. It really
こ
would.
の装置を分電盤というんですのね。
マンションとかでも見かけるけど、これってどういう装置なのかな。
一言で言ってしまうと、文字通り電気の分配装置ですね。電線から流れてくる大きな電気を施設内のいろんな場所に分配する役割を担ってます。
Fair.
分配している電気を遮断することもできるので、この廊下の場所のブレーカーを落とすと
What did they call it? Because we call it like breaker box or something.
電気が消え
Oh, they call it a distribution board.
つい
It's an understandable name as well, but I think we just call it like breaker board or something in Swedish. Like roughly translated.
このように
Or fuse box, I
各ブレ
guess.
ーカーを操作することで一部の場所の
Yeah,
電気だ
fuse
け
or
を遮断
breaker,
することも
breaker
可能で
box,
す。
basically.
ブレーカーって電気
Like,
を
I'm
使
trying to
用し
remember
す
the
ぎると落
Swedish
ちちゃう
name
も
of
の
it
よ
now,
ね。
but I can't.
今すべ
Can't
て
even
の部屋
remember.
でエアコン全開だけど大丈夫なのかしら。
What was fuse in Swedish again? Hold on, my brain is going burr again. Well, I call him piece of shit. Shit for short. Yeah, fair enough. I have forgotten the name of it, god damn it.
うーん
But you know what, I'm actually going
ま
to...
だ調べきれていないのでそこまでは分かりません。
Also, why do we need to find this thing anyway? It's good to know where it is if it's actually needed, but I don't really understand the point of knowing where this thing is now.